So we're now in a good place. We've got the HQ set up, we've got the import-export company contracts, we have a warehouse, and everything is basically streamlined and smooth. And for the purposes of a comparison, we want to keep things as fair as possible, so not a lot of room for human error. And to achieve that, we're gonna be using the blueprint functionality for these stores. And now we're on our way to Kingdom Office. They are one of the companies that are specializing in interior design, and we're just gonna have a chat with them to get their contact so we can streamline this process even further. Now that we're a successful business manager, I want to check if we can get another loan so we can further streamline this process. And we can. We were able to get 600k. We probably have access now to the 800 one, but I wanted to check with 600 first, and that was a success. From here on out, we will focus solely on expansion by the use of the blueprint functionality, and we're gonna have a blast doing that. So without further ado, let's actually get into it. So we got Christian Bahud, which is the interior installation firm that will play a key important role in this whole process. And we're gonna start with a modern design for our medium-sized electronics store that we've just started. A key thing to note here is that they will in fact switch the checkout counters with cashiers, which is not exactly what I like to see, but from a design perspective I would agree it does look better, because I mean, naturally speaking, checkout counters are usually associated with things like grocery stores, not necessarily an electronics store. So I do agree with the game's idea behind it. What I don't like about this is that they have a reduced capacity of serving people, so you need more cashiers compared to checkout counters. But it is what it is, and for the sake of consistency, we're gonna go with it. By default, the interior installation firm will sell all of the items that are currently present in the store and replace them with whatever they have as a blueprint. So the order has been placed, it's underway, and we can just go to our store, have a little nap, because after midnight they will begin the installations and everything will be brand new and looking different. I do not know what they have planned for the electronics store, because I haven't used it that much so far, and to be honest I have completely forgotten what it looks like, but I'm quite excited to see this. Let's just go to bed and check it out. Okay, so Christian Bahud has completed the installation, and this is what it looks like now. Very, very beautiful. So I love the fact that they made use of the entrance to the back room here and kind of blocked it with cash registers, and made use of a few plants. You know how I love plants. And look at the back room. Everything looks beautiful. And the best part is that it's already pre-assigned with the items that are necessary in such a store. So there's no hassle with reassigning everything, because you know how difficult and how tedious this can be. Another thing that I noticed here while I was browsing around to acquire more retail stores is that the traffic index is now up to 50. I don't remember seeing a lot of places where traffic index was this high. I think high 40s was usually the highest that you could achieve, but now I can see a bunch of them, especially in the garment district here, up to 50. So it looks quite promising, and we'll definitely check this out as well.
Welcome here, but really remember who owns this neighborhood. So don't get any big ideas. Tschüss.
So we just got our first threat, basically, from one of the rivals, from Ingrid. She's saying, I see you open a business in our neighborhood, Garment District, and we just need to remind ourselves who owns the neighborhood. Let's check Ingrid out. And she's doing quite a bit of money, at about $1 million per week. She's good. She's got 18 businesses in total, and looking at it, yeah, she's got her hand into pretty much everything except for electronic stores, which is what we got. So we know for sure that we can undercut her. But yeah, this is nice. It's not happening from the get-go. It's day 30, and we've got a few businesses. Only 3 are open now. And we got 2 of them in Garment District, and 1 is in Lower Manhattan. But this just goes to show that you're not immediately bombarded with these threats. It kind of gives you a bit of time to put your affairs in order before you continue. And I wanted to see if we can get the insurance automatically, but we still need to go and contact the hospital before we have anything automatically done or upgraded. So we're gonna do that now. Let's quickly go to the hospital. If I can find it, hospital. There we go. And it should be located here somewhere. Yeah, perfect. So let's grab a taxi. That will be faster. Luckily, the RNG gods played in our favor. Are you open now? Yeah, there's no closing time for a hospital, right? So it's a good thing for us, not for the employees of the hospital. Can I not sit down? What's going on? Is this a bug? Yeah, it was a little bit of a bug. Gold. Okay, bronze then. New partnership for George. Silver? Nope, still bronze. Problem. What about Patrick? Silver it is for Patrick. And then last one is Michael. This is a, well, we could have gone for silver, but I just want to see that this whole upgrade thingy happens, right? That's the purpose of this. Technically, it should happen by default, according to the recent changelog, if I understood that correctly, of course. But time will tell. Time will tell. So we've got all these insurances from the hospital, and we will accept all of them. It's always nice to have insurance, right? And in here we can see we can upgrade insurance now or cancel it. So if we click upgrade, it's going to be from bronze to silver, okay, and if we upgrade again from silver to gold, it'll be 20. It looks like it doesn't really matter now what percent of skill the HR managers have, because I was just able to upgrade it to gold at 20.49 per employee. I think the lowest I got gold for was like $18 or 17, close to 18, but this is not bad at all. So I can keep doing the same thing. This is 22, so it's a bit too high. What about you? Yeah, you're at 20, 13, and if I do it again, 21. Doesn't seem to me that bad. I'm gonna upgrade this one to gold as well, because we have a bunch of employees and these two guys. But this is a very nice thing to see that we have the upgrade button, and this is what I think they meant. It's not automatically done, but you can do it here. You don't need to call the hospital again. So that's a good thing to know. We also have a few more features here. You can see the average salary of the employees that were assigned to this particular HR manager. So the average here is $14. Here's a bit more at 16. This is 20 because it's another HR manager, and this one doesn't have anyone, so it is 0. But very useful metrics to see here. So now we've added also fish phones and smartwatches to our small shop in the garment district area, and it looks like in the last 7 days we sold quite a bit. We also managed to make 107k per week with just these few changes, And if you look at the medium one, they also started to sell a lot of smartwatches and smartphones. Now, previously in update 0.4, these were not as popular as the headphones just because of their price point, I believe. But now it's nice to see that they are selling quite fast and a significant amount as well. Also important to note that the prices of them are pretty ridiculous. The Xanaman phone is at 1.5k. This in the past was around 1,000. It is quite interesting to see. And if we look at the rivals, Ingrid here, where is she? There she is. She still doesn't have any electronic stores. There's a lot of new variables that this update has implemented, and it's very hard to say which one is the factor that has determined this sort of change in scenario. If we look at the garment district, the most in-demand products are perishable. A bottle of wine, cigars, ice cream, pizza, donut, beer, whiskey, and so on. We keep scrolling down. The smartwatches are at 49% demand, but the import price is high, so even though the demand is not that high, we can still expect a good profit from them. And then if we keep scrolling down, we will reach at some point on the artificial phone, headphones, so they're quite low on the list, but despite that, they seem to be selling very, very well. And here is the new Headhunter screen. We have the automatic replacement, of course, and we have the recruitments. We want to recruit whoever, it doesn't really matter, but it needs to be full-time, and we don't want anyone that has these specific requirements. And for the skill level, let's go with 100. Why not? And you can see these are the new toggles that they've implemented with update 0.5. You got to recruit continuously or by amount of candidates. Let's say when we get 6 candidates, we stop. And that's kind of how it works. You can click view candidates list and it brings you straight up here. It's a really nice feature. I really appreciate that they've implemented this. However, looking at it, there's no notification that you'd have received them. Of course, apart from this icon here that changes, there's no like beep or sound to say, hey, I'm the headhunter, I've completed my my part, which is a bit disappointing because I would rely heavily on these kind of cues, but at the same time is not that much of a deal breaker. This is the way it works.
Mariel. We at TLM Enterprise always welcome new businesses. Just remember, don't get too ambitious. Hmm? And we will stay good friends. Au revoir. À bientôt.
And it looks like we've been approached by yet another rival. What, 40 days later? If I'm not mistaken. So this is Thierry. I think he's one of the 4 if I'm not mistaken. He is in Murray Hill, and again, a nice friendly reminder that he's basically in charge. So we can have a look at Thierry here. Yeah, he's one of the 4. He's making 4 million per week and has its hand in pretty much everything, but mostly liquor stores, supermarkets. But he does have an electronics store, which will probably most likely play a part in how much money we can make. And we need to pay attention to this guy, because this particular store in Murray Hill might have something to say. And we just got that message once we've started to decorate the shop, because we did just use the blueprint functionality for it. I'm not sure if this was the trigger that, hey, this is coming, be careful. But yeah, this is how it goes. So far, we've been approached by 2 rivals. A small one, part of the 15 small rivals, which was I think in day 18, if I'm not mistaken. And this was the second one, which is one of the big ones, only in day 43. Only when we just started to get the blueprints and fill up the shops. This is kind of how it goes so far, but like I said, this is a testing environment. We're gonna monitor this. I'm gonna come back with everything. And I believe this is the end of today's video. As always, I hope I managed to give you a bit more insight into update 0.5, and if you did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like and hitting that bell notification so you keep yourself informed whenever I'm posting new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.